What a night. I'm glad that chart is finished, but I'm still scared. I feel uneasy about that woman. Oh, Vasya, we shouldn't have done it.
Nonsense. She might have tried to get the changeling back. We wouldn't let that happen.
How many horrible chorts like that is there in our Uyezd?
It's not the last of them, that's for sure. That's the very reason Khaldoons are needed. To help the regular folk and save them from evil spirits.
Oh, I need to catch my breath. I better go home and sleep. Trofim. Vasya, did we at least help the right village?
There's no doubt about it, Kolya.
Thank you, Vasilisa. If you need anything, you can always count on me. Don't doubt it.
Hello to you, witch! The talk of the Uyezd is that you're a powerful knower, so I came to you. I brought some bread. It's stale, but it's all I have. There's an Yertnik in our cemetery terrorizing the entire area. She died, you see, but hadn't passed on her shorts. You know how it goes.
Very well. I'll drop by when I'm near.
Feels like it was all in a dream.
I felt this way also, when I first stepped into the ethereal world.
I feel as if I've been asleep for all my life.
Let's go. We'll talk.
You hear the loud cries of an infant coming from the woods. Is this a demon's trick or an actual child? You can't tell from here. You see a defenseless infant lying between the branches of a split tree. There are some gifts for the Leshy nearby. It seems that the peasants left their child in hopes that he would be cured of a disease. As a rule, the baby is left for several days in a forest in the hope of a miracle. You know well that the Leshy won't bother to help the child get well. This infant won't survive the night out here on its own. You think about what to do next. You bring the child to the closest village and steal the Leshy's gifts. You hear the loud cries of an infant. You see a defenseless infant. You leave the infant behind, along with his soul-rending cries. You hear the loud cries of an... You see a defenseless... You bring the child to the closest village. You hear the loud cries of an... You see a defenseless infant lying... You bring the child to the closest village and steal the Leshy's gifts. You get lucky and quickly find the child's parents. You explain to them the dangers of such treatment and tell them to come to you for advice and herbs. The parents look scared, and it seems that they've learned their lesson. You notice a familiar silhouette of the wooden church among the branches. You decide to come inside and rest a bit from the long road. When you come closer, you understand that this church has been long since abandoned. The windows are boarded up, and here and there you can see holes in the walls, as black as empty eye sockets. You can't overcome your curiosity and push on the mossy door. After a moment, your eyes adjust to the darkness. The old building is filled with an eerie silence. You enter and take a seat on one of the rickety pews. You look at the mysterious moonlight and gradually fall into your thoughts. Some time passes and you feel refreshed. Soon, you breathe in the chilly air. The night silence envelops you like a black blanket. You look around. The village houses are frozen still, waiting for the dawn. At the village edge, you notice the bent shadow of an abandoned izba. Inside, you notice a crooked doorway to a galbietz and an ink-black cellar behind it. You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song. It seems the witch doctor expected your visit. She must have learned about it from her chorts. Her entire house is filled with fragrant, dried herbs. It seems this is the place to buy some useful...
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you?
At night, the roads of Perm province are not the safest of places for the common folk. This time, it is not demons that block your path, but rather 3 highwaymen. Broshka approaches the bandits and, with a human voice, casually asks for a smoke. The bandits flee to the forest in horror. You enter an old moonlit cemetery. Wooden tombstones are half broken. They stand in the dark like a squad of silent soldiers, each one staring at you blindly. You remember that this is the cemetery where the old hag Manka was buried. She was a famous witch Ikotnik. You search the silent cemetery and feel your skin crawl, a sign that evil spirits are nearby. One of the graves is dug up as if by a wild beast. You come closer. You almost fall over, but hold on to an old cross. Immediately, you realize that the old witch left her demons inside the crucifix. You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can...
You finally reach the Changeling Bride's home village. Houses are scattered among grim firs. You feel the presence of evil spirits, and the book also seems to tremble with anticipation. You soon find the Izba, where the presence of evil spirits is strongest. As you approach, you hear the shrill cries of a baby coming from inside. The bride bites her lip and shifts from one foot to the other. You sigh. You'll need to make the first move.
Who goes there? My baby can't sleep. Who are you girls? What do you need?
Your child is a demon. See for yourself. Yabduriha's changeling lies in the cradle, looking exactly like a human baby. How can I make him show his true form?
You lift the baby and quickly toss it across the house threshold.
Christ's kingdom, what are you doing, you witch?
Take a look at who you're raising.
The crying baby turns into a piece of wood.
Step aside. Hide over the stove.
As soon as the mother and daughter climb above the stove, the log attacks you. bride tells her mother who she is. They hug. You can only guess how it feels to lose 18 years of your life. At the same time, the log turns into black smoke and sweeps into the black book. You feel dizzy. The world turns around you in a violent gale, disappearing in flames. Everything becomes dark.
Impressive. In only a week's time, the first seal is gone. All that's left is to open the seal. As I told you, you are very talented.
So what do I do now? Where do I find the next evil spirit?
You can't figure this out yourself? Others have spent years, decades even, just to break one seal. The next seal, as you know, is of water. I imagine it won't be difficult to find Evogenoi. Not in your neck of the woods.
Who did it before me?
People of greatness who became greater when they reached the end of the Black Book makes wishes come true. It can be used in many ways. You should think about how you can use it.
What happened to that log? Why was it sucked into the book?
Surely you don't think you get your wishes for free. You must feed the fire. Some spirits just vanish, absorbed by the book. Others possess power enough to break the seal.
Who are you and why do you drag me into this hole? Why shouldn't I feed you to my book?
And lose such an invaluable helper. All of your Zagavors. It is I who empower them. They would not be as strong without me in your service. You will learn the nature of such things in time.
Why are the seals blocked with passes? Was the book written by the people of Perm?
Nothing of the sort. The book changes, adapts. I think the book has been testing you. If you could not figure out the primitive symbols of the truths, you would be unworthy.
It's time for me to return to the light.
Is that all you wished to ask me? Very well. You may go. We will meet again when you break the water seal. I would, however, think carefully on the subject of our next chat if I were you. Me being such a priceless assistant.
Wake up, Vasya! Vasilisa!
Grandpa?
Well, have you come to your senses? How did you end up here? A minute ago, no one was here.
You tell old Yegor about your meeting with the Chort.
So the second seal is gone. Now it's time for a water one. Good job, Vasya. Good job. We might actually make it. Well, you rest a bit now, before your next task.
Well met. Is this the house of old Igor?
That's right. What brings you here?
Here, I brought a gift for you. Salt. Hear me out, please. I'm from Ust-Barovsk. I have a salt factory there. I'm Pahom Nikolaevich, the manager. My business is quite serious. I need to speak to you eye to eye.
You need to speak to Vasilisa. She's the one in charge here now.
A knower girl? That's a dangerous job.
No such thing as a safe job. Everything is as God wills it.
It is as you say. God abandoned our salt works. One day there's some noise in the salt oven. Another, some shadows near the salt boxes.
So what? I see nothing strange. These things happen all over the gubernia.
This is true. However, there was no brine at first, and the other day some workers went missing. It's been several days. The police don't care. They say they'll be back. I've already organized my own guards. I myself saw a kind of shadow near the barns. It disappeared the moment I saw it. I was told you can help me deal with spirits, and so I came here.
Tell me, Pahom Nikolaevich, how people went missing?
A week ago we hit brine. It just started gushing out. So we started working it, day and night, filled all the salt boxes. I put Alexei from Gorodishevo on the night shift. He went missing. People said he went on a binge. The local doctor says he's an alcoholic. And then Pyotr went missing, also on the night shift.
Did you try to figure out who is kidnapping these people?
Yes. On the third day, I sent a couple of strong men, myself among them. All was quiet at first, and then, at night, some sort of shadow appeared. Trishka called out to it, but it started thrashing about. I still get chills thinking about it. I crossed myself, and the shadow ran to the barn, or to the oven, or to the salt box. I couldn't tell which. Come morning, I saddled the horses.
Tell me about your salt work.
It isn't close. A factory near Ust-Urolka. We do everything there. Extract the brine and load the permyanko onto the barges. Permyanka is what we call our salt. Accidents happen. Can't avoid them. But we never had to deal with demons.
You said the salt started to disappear.
For half a year we had little to no salt. Disasters, one after the other. But we held on. Now we struck brine. Workers have gone missing.
I won't leave you hanging.
But if we help you, don't forget about our reward. Perhaps you have some ancient or consecrated item?
Don't worry about that. We won't forget. The main thing is that we find who is to blame.
Have you had any arguments with the Vodinoy?
With the Vodinoy? He doesn't give us any trouble in the factory. I'm a God-fearing man. We offered our Vodinoy vodka and baked treats.
All right, I'll take a look at your factory.
I organize transportation for you. They'll get you to the station. There, the manager will show you the way to the factory. Go as soon as you're ready. I'll go on ahead. Well, see you soon.
God himself sent him, Vasya. There you will break your seal. If only I had some Kupala salve, I could get there instantly. Oh, well, when Kupala comes, I'll get the required herbs. Get to it.
There's a great number of books in this collection.
Well, what do you want? Can't you see? Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
Let's go. We'll talk. Galbets and his bestseller. Grandfather says that in days of old, they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the Domovoy came to be.